239 opponents average. The interesting thing about that is Mark Burley has an opponent's average of 245, and of course Mark Burley recently retired 45 consecutive American League hitters.
So Derek Jeter settles in, first pitch swinging, a fly ball into right field, an easy play for Jermaine Dye. One pitch, one out. This game is underway. He started this road trip in Tampa Bay, and it obviously paid off. He homered from each side of the plate.
You wait longer when you judge a left-hander.
Lined into right, tailing away from Dye. It's up against the wall. Teixeira does not run well. Here comes a throw, and he's out. See the numbers on Burnett. He's been on quite a roll lately. Let's take a look at our sprint pitcher profile.
Has not been beaten since June 27th. Best curve in the game, probably. He has not been careless lately, which means, as Joe Girardi told us before the game, he stayed ahead of the hitters.
The fastball.
That's right.
One banged into right field, a base hit. And as Tim mentioned, I mean, he really struggled for the first nearly 3 weeks. Beckham gone swinging. That's it. Just blew him away on a fastball up and over the plate. First time here today. Coming over from San Diego. Wow.
Defensively.
The shortstop couldn't find the handle. Well, that was ugly every which way, starting with a pitcher. This will be a non-productive out for Posada. Not only the out, but fails to advance Alex Rodriguez. One away in the inning. 3-2 on Robinson Cano. Struck him out. Looked like a high changeup.
Yeah.
As opposed to a right hand. In the air over towards the stands, first base side, and nicely bunned. Shot into right field, a sinking liner that's caught by Nick Swisher for the first out.
And then he had to make the decision again. And I asked him before the game why the change of heart.
That there's a stretch where they played Boston, the Yankees, and Minnesota.
Carlos Quentin, a base hit into right field.
And that's when they want Jake Peavy ready to go.
Staying with young players. There's a liner to center field, and it's a base hit. They're going to hold Pierzynski at third. So the bases are loaded. Well, here it comes. Fastball, and he walks in a run. 2-0. Bouncing ball to right field, a base hit. 1 run scores. Here comes a throw to the plate. Sliding in safely is Getz. A 2-run single for Posednik. 3-0 Chicago. That ball hammered into right field. And over the head of Swisher to bring in 2 more. And the rookie Beckham, a 2-run double, gives the White Sox a 5-0 lead. Another base hit will bring in another run. 6-0.
How many pitchers you've seen who pitch well behind in the count?
Runner on the go. Will stay out of the double play. At the end of April, in 5 innings, gave up 8 earned runs. A slow roller to Jeter. And that's that. 10 men back. 3-2 pitch. There's ball 4 up and in. Of course, he began the year as a regular third baseman when Alex Rodriguez was out. That one popped up. Pitcher can't find it. Beckham the call and the catch, 1 away. Look at Derek Jeter, and I just marvel. And maybe some Yankee fans have taken him for granted. There's a bullet up the third base line that'll be for extra bases. Quentin gets to it. They're going to hold the runner at third. So Jeter with his 20th double of the season. I just look at this guy and getting a chance to watch him play. And what a remarkable career. All-time postseason leader in so many categories. This one has popped up and will not get in the run by Nick Swisher. 2 gone in the inning.
With this organization.
And there's a base hit into right field by Teixeira that will score 2. We talked about this Yankee team. More than enough time to get back in it. And the 6-run lead is down to 4. Teixeira with 77 runs batted in this season.
Has never been booed in a white uniform. Now I know he got a few like 10 years ago or something like that, but for the most part, forget about it.
CC Sabathia of the Yankees and Mark Burley of the Chicago White Sox. Fly ball to Swisher. The White Sox will be staring down as they take to the road, and they're hoping to have Jake Peavy back for that ball in the air to left center field. Plenty of room out there for Cabrera, and they're 2 away.
I think so. I think a lot of it was based on the way the Yankees have played over the last couple of months.
Two hopper down to Beckham, and the shortstop turned third baseman at the trade deadline. And Ken Rosenthal, you know as well as I do, the deals can still be made. There's a ground ball by Cano to the first baseman, Konerko, 2 away.
The Red Sox also asked about Hernandez, but the Mariners really only wanted to be knocked out. Finally, they wanted to address their bullpen.
I don't know if it's a ruse or not, but that's their marketing plan to tell everybody that if we don't win a World Series, that we're not having a good year. I think that's a mistake.
Base hit into right center field by Jerry Hairston Jr. So in his first game as the Yankees, drawn a walk, scored a run, and now base hit, allowing Cabrera to reach. He went to third on a single by Hairston, but the strikeout of Ransom ends the inning.
Down in the hole, 1 and 2, 3 straight balls from Burnett.
Served into right center field, and that is a base hit. It'll go all the way to the wall. This may be 3 bases, and Nick thinks better of it.
Players are not going to include great starting pitchers, and where the Yankees could get in trouble is if they have an injury.
Johnson ball fielded by Cano. Burnett covering the bag. That's a productive out by Pasednik. Right at Jeter. The runner stays put, 2 are out. Behind a guy like Burnett, 1 and 2, it's a good at bat to get it to full count. Payoff pitch. And he went around, says the home plate umpire Andy Fletcher. Weekly grounded down to Beckham, 1 away.
And 14 have been hit on the road.
A rocket into the glove of Beckham. Of course, John Danks all of a sudden become a fan of Ohio State. His sister just signed a volleyball scholarship there and will begin. Picked up a souvenir after apparently just getting something from the Tooth Fairy recently. Gone swinging. 4 strikeouts in the game now for Burnett, and here's Konerko. And he'll reach the painful way. Normally their first baseman, he knows all about getting drilled after what took place earlier this week with Matt Garza. There's a base hit into right field.
Walks Quentin. Coe could be in there.
3-2 pitch. It's in the air. Deep right center field. Swisher to the track will run it down. And both runners stay put. You're going to have 1 or 2 of those.
That's right. Like a hitter getting broken back base hits like that.
Base hit into left field. They're going to hold the runner at third. So what's he throwing this time? Last time, 3-2 fastball. And this one, a 3-2 fastball that again walks in a run.
And that will be it, I'm sure, for Burnett.
Yep. And A.J. Burnett had not issued a bases loaded walk since 2005. There's a fly ball to right field. Will end the inning, so Bruni avoids any further damage. 7 runs in 4 2/3 against A.J. Burnett. Holding the highest scoring team in Major League Baseball to just 2 runs on 5 hits. That one lined into left field and over the head of Quentin. And is A-Rod going to try it? Yep, Quentin had a hard time apparently fielding that ball cleanly, so that's a leadoff double for Alex Rodriguez. Pitch off the inside corner, and that's ball 4. All right, Chris Rose, the DirecTV game break. Tell us about the Dodgers. Wow. Oh, boy. A double, then back-to-back walks, and the Yankees all of a sudden in such situation. Line to the left, caught by Quentin. Rodriguez will not score. That's just tough luck. From Cincinnati has walked, scored, single to right. And it's fisted into shallow left center. It'll fall. A base hit. They're going to throw to third, and they get the force out. So it's not a hit. It's a force out that scores a run. 2-2 count with 2 out for John Danks. And he takes care of business. Broken bat roller off the bat of Gordon Beckham. And an error by Derek Jeter. They take the lead in the American League East going into play today by a game and a half. Strike 3 called to die.
He's put Martinez at first and often Kevin Youkilis at third. The other thing that Martinez does here,
as third base would be, because you're talking about a lot more balls hit to third than first.
Broken bat roller by a diving Cano into right field off the bat of Konerko, and racing on to third is Posednik. 0-2 on A.J. Pierzynski, and it's in the air right field. Room for Swisher, inning over. A scoreless inning for Brian Bruni. Markatse ran a moment ago for Paul Konerko and stays in the game, and they find him. The first batter in the inning just beyond his reach, and I'm sure that'll be scored a base hit for Derek Jeter. And he has walked his third batter in the last 2 innings. That is a fair ball. Nice play by Kotze, and he'll take it to the bag himself. 1-2 on Alex Rodriguez. Here it comes from Pena. And a roller up the third base line, and it's a fair ball, and the throw is too late. By the time the rookie Beckham made the decision that it was going to stay fair, Rather down to Kotze. Bobbles the ball. Well, went back down to the minor leagues and has worked his way back up to the big leagues in a big situation right here. And he knocks the ball down with his bare hand to end the inning.
How about that play? Bobby Jenks is not available to the Sox today. Kidney stones. Very, very painful. I saw him in the clubhouse for the game, but he is in a lot of pain.
Foul territory for Alex Rodriguez. 1 away. Rooney throwing the ball very well here today. He's been on the disabled list a couple of times this season. There's a weak pop up in the shallow right center, and it will fall in a base hit.
Take advantage of that rhythm they get in.
And there's ball 4 to Nick.
That's behind the Boston Red Sox.
Runners on the corners. Posednik a base hit into left field to bring in a run. Boy, nothing hit hard in this inning. Got hit with that foul ball, and hopefully he's going to be all right. There's a breaking ball, strike 3 to Beckham. And with that ball, older gentleman, and couldn't react to it in time. Certainly hope he's all right. Fly ball to center field, and this will end the inning. So good job by Robertson. Thanks. Now here's a left-hander. Although he goes about it in a different way, is a much harder thrower. And there's a strike 3 called and the left fielder Quentin. But because the runner at second, Jorge Posada, had to hold to see whether or not the ball would be caught. Quentin fielded the ball and threw out Posada on a force play at third. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim will play in Minnesota. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night from Mr. Ransom. All gas. This time he drops it beyond Cano. And you got to believe he's probably even right now in the clubhouse in a lot of pain. Base hit to right by Kotze. 0-2 the count on A.J. Pierzynski. What a piece of hitting. How about that? Served into short left center field, and a run will score. You can't do it any better than that.
Yeah, I mean, if the White Sox win this game and they're comfortably ahead and win tomorrow, it will be the first 4-game sweep in Chicago since August of 1964.
1-2 the count on Chris Getz. The infield in, bases loaded with nobody out. And a grounder. There's one. Throw to the plate, tag play now. And no, because he tagged him with a glove and had the ball in his hand. Wow. Now he's going 3-2 on Posednik. And he's walked in a run. Third bases loaded walk given up by Yankee pitching today. Boy, this is ugly. You know, what do you think about the kid Beckham and blah, blah, blah? And, you know, Ozzie comes right out and he says he stinks just like everybody else. There's a base hit in the left field that'll go all the way to the wall.
Not anymore.
Not anymore is right. This kid may wound up winning Rookie of the Year before all is said and done, and wasn't brought to the major leagues until June.
Good stat.
Ground ball to Derek Jeter. This will bring in another run. Jeter throws out dive. Derek Jeter a moment ago conversing with Gordon Beckham. Again, oh, they tagged the runner out at third, and Beckham went around the bag too far. He must have thought it was a third out of the inning. Jeter a ground ball to short. Jeter still going hard, even with his team down by 10 in the ninth. Nick Swisher bats left-handed for the first time today. A bouncing ball behind the bag. It's Nicks again, and the Yankees down to their final out. In League Central, the Yankees a game and a half up on Boston in the East, and this will do it. One hopper to second, and a big day for the White Sox. Scoring 14 times. They have won the first 3 games of this series, and they are looking for a 4-game sweep over the Yankees in Chicago for the first time since August of '64 here tomorrow. We'll be back in a moment.